Hey everybody, Brad Keller here. So excited that you're with us for a 5 and 5 today. And I want to just be honest with you. We have had some incredible people on 5 and 5, and we have the opportunity today to hear from someone that has become and is becoming a great friend of mine. He just started on the Youth Alive team here in Missouri, and he's been just an asset to me personally. Because he's so encouraging and he's so full of wisdom. His name is Shawn Meintz. Am I saying that right, Shawn?
Yes, you are.
Okay, awesome. Shawn has a wife and 3 kids, and I'm looking over at my notes here. He's a worship leader, and he's been doing that for 18 years. He's a youth pastor of 3 years, and he's a social studies teacher of 15 years and a head soccer coach of 12 years. So to me, he's an invaluable asset to Youth Alive because he's a teacher. He's connected at the local public school, and he is a wealth of information and a wealth of knowledge for us and the team and for me personally. Don't forget today, down in the description below, you're going to see the 5 points that Shawn's going to be sharing with us today, and also for you to be able to connect with him, there will be his social medias so you can DM him, connect with him. And Shawn, I'm just so excited that you're a part of Youth Alive Missouri, but I'm also excited that you're sharing with us today on 5 in 5. So Shawn, just take it away. The floor is yours.
And thanks, Brad. I appreciate that. I appreciate having the opportunity to do this. What I want to focus on today is how we as believers can get involved in the school as the school year approaches and what we can do to help our local schools out. So I do have 5 points that I want to talk about today. The first one is pray. I think we need to make sure that we're encouraging our students to pray in school. One of the greatest lies that I was ever told growing up was not from the media or from the devil, but it was from the church. And that was the idea that prayer had been removed from school. But that idea is working against us. So we need to empower students with the actual knowledge about their rights in school. They can pray. We need to pray for our students. They're under incredible pressure from workloads, social media, social demands, and mental stresses as well. So we need to pray peace, motivation, boldness to share their faith while they're in school. We can also direct our prayers towards teachers as they face many challenges that Christian community can get behind them and pray for. So we can pray patience, wisdom in dealing with students who have dealt with trauma in their lives. We can pray for skill and wisdom in working with families that may not always be open and receptive to having help. Pray for your teachers that they have peace with the growing stressors of their job and lives, and pray that teachers, as they get distracted with all the other things that they do, keep their focus on their original mission, which is students. And then also pray for administrators and pray for them by name. Pray for teachers by name. You can find that on the website, but what I think is better is find out who your students' teachers are and pray for them by name. And then the student can tell the teacher that the church is praying for them. Powerful stuff. Second thing, students as spies. Okay, students can provide reconnaissance for needs that are in schools. They are in the schools already. They have contact with their classmates, their teachers, even the janitors, and they can find the needs that are out there, and even conducting informal surveys, just kind of asking people, so that needs that might otherwise go unnoticed are noticed by the church and can be addressed. And again, as teachers face more and more beyond just teaching, students can discover what those needs are. And this is an opportunity for us to kind of Boaz these prayers and answer them ourselves through God's Spirit. And more than just Teacher Appreciation Week, but always seeking out opportunities to come alongside and support teachers. Yeah. So the third thing, students as defenders of the faith. Like students are under a lot of pressure at schools with different ideas and stuff, but we need to prepare our students with reasonable apologetics so that they can defend their beliefs. So why they believe in God, how science and the Bible work together, who Jesus was and why he came. The list goes on and on. Fourth thing, sponsor something. Find a sport to sponsor, something maybe beyond football. Sponsor a second tier or third tier sport. It could be simple, coolers of Gatorade or popsicles after practice. Maybe you could fund some t-shirts for a team. Reach out to the coaches, offer the coaches some words of encouragement. These sports oftentimes will go under the radar, but we're not in it Christians aren't in it for the publicity. We're in it for others.
Yeah.
So some examples might be soccer, cross country, quiz bowl, tennis. These sports, we can have impact on these sports as greater because really no one else is doing this. So not after these other sports. We can sponsor Christian clubs. These Christian clubs should never need to fundraise for anything. Pastors should know who the teacher sponsors are, reach out with an email, connect with them. They don't take much to run. Some t-shirts, donuts once a week, provide some Bibles to have or give out. They should know, these organizations should know that they have the full backing of the Christian community behind them.
Yeah, awesome.
And if you're a bigger church, you may consider sponsoring a school building. Reach out to the administration of a building and see what their needs are. All kinds of things out there: donations, work days, cleanup after events, volunteering in classrooms, making copies, stapling papers, decorating bulletin boards, arranging classroom libraries, hanging up signage for teachers, laminating, organizing classroom supplies. There's a lot that needs to be done that could help out. And this is a matter of communication and availability. How can you make a sincere effort to let principals and teachers know that you are there for them and ready to work all those non-glamorous jobs? And the fifth thing, get in the schools. There might be restrictions with the COVID thing going on right now, but you can connect with the maintenance staff and maybe run a mission trip to your school, workday type of thing. You could run for school board or join the PTA. Pastors and good Christian leaders can really make a difference in these roles.
Yeah.
And did you know there's actually a way that you can be paid to be in schools? Substitute teaching. There is a crisis right now, a shortage of substitute teachers. There was even talk with the governor about bringing in the National Guard to substitute teach during this.
Wow.
Yeah, so what a chance for us to be in the classroom, to connect with and encourage students right where they are. You can apply and choose your own availability, even if it's just once a week or twice a week. Maybe it's just the mornings. These limitations might decrease the amount of time they can use you, but they can. And you'd even get paid for it. I would suggest that those proceeds could go to Speed the Light or to Youth Alive, and you could fund some of these missionary events and stuff as well. But just in closing, I want to say the education system originally existed to help students learn to read, write, and think critically. Now they provide food, clothing, shelter, social connection and meaningful relationships, mental health care with counselors and psychologists, physical health care, family education and parenting advice, and much more. So I encourage everybody to support your teachers. Call out the people who are bashing teachers in schools right now. Give us some support. Get involved. Support teachers and students, and let's show Christ's love to the world. Thanks, Brad.
Wow. Let me just tell you, Shawn, I mean, this is some incredible stuff. You have given us incredible things to think about, to chew on, to really process and be a part of, not only in our church, but in our community and in our schools. You've challenged us today, and I know that we all need this, and we all need to understand what an impact we can make through our schools. So thanks for your time today. Thanks for sharing your heart and your passion. And as you guys can tell, this guy's passionate about not just schools, but about students. And so don't forget to like and subscribe, and all the places. And down below in the description is going to be the way to connect with Shawn. Ask him more questions. He's available to you. And let me tell you, you need to reach out to Shawn because he has great wisdom for you. So, Shawn, thanks so much today, and we'll see you next time on 5 in 5.